What's up, guys? It is an at-home day for you, so you're working on math. Today for math, you're going to be working on lesson 7. So lesson 7 is the first thing you're doing. If you're in group B, you're doing lesson 7 on Monday. If you are in group A, you're doing lesson 7 on Wednesday. So here we go. Let's hop in. I have it pulled up in my entire unit PDF, and I'm going to go over the examples. So the first one here, which of the following correctly models the number of 5 to 3 red gumballs to white gumballs? So red gumballs is 5 to 3, the number of white gumballs. So because it said red gumballs first, it's going to be red is 5. So we're going to figure out which one has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it happens to be that one right there, okay? So it is probably going to be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it might also be this one. It cannot be A because red does not have 5, and it cannot be C because red does not have 5. So it's either B or D. Now, if we look right here, it says that white has 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it is not D. So the correct answer must be B. So we're just looking at ratios as if though they were fractions, okay? All right, if I move down to example 2, the duration of 2 films are modeled below, film A to film B. So you can see that film B is longer by about 2, whatever the units are, so 2 boxes. So film A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long, and film B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units long. So we can say film A to film B. Film A is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long, while film B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units long, okay? So if we just take that ratio and we take it and it's like this, right? It's up and down, it's side by side, and we just flip it. That is going to be, now we're going to put 5 on top. And we are going to put, we're going to put 7 on the bottom. Now those are a little bit low. Let me see about moving those up for you. Yeah, okay, I can't move them up. So 5 to 7. That's A is the length of film B. Now on C, problem C down here, it says the length of the film B to the length of film A. So we're going to put B first. So that means B goes on top. So if I put B on top, B was 7, and A was 5. Okay? All right, so now we have 7 to 5, and we finished that. Well, if you continue down here, you're going to just keep going with all of these problems. I'm going to do the first exercise, and you're going to have to do the rest by yourself, which is just exercise 2 and the problem set. So if I look right here at exercise 1, which is on page 25, it says Sammy and Caden went fishing using live shrimp as bait. Sammy bought 8 more shrimp than Caden bought. When they combined their shrimp, they had 32 altogether. How many shrimp did each boy bring? So this is a ratio problem, but it's a little bit harder. So if we're going to say, so they had 32 altogether, okay? 32 altogether, and whatever Sammy had and Caden had, Sammy shrimp plus Caden shrimp was going to equal 32, okay? Now, I know that Sammy brought 8 more shrimp than Caden, which means that Sammy's ratio to Caden's ratio would be 8 to 1, with Sammy here and Caden here, okay? That's 8 to 1. If I add that up, it's going to equal 9. That is not very close to 32, right? So we're going to have to figure out what 32 would be. So let's just start with making equivalent ratios. Let's double this. It would be 16 to 2, okay? And let's see if we're closer. That's going to be 18. That is 18 shrimp altogether. That is not quite there. So let's double it one more time and see if we got too big. So 16 doubled is going to be 32. And 2 doubled is going to be 4. Let's see if we made it too big. 32 plus 4 is 36. They're supposed to have 32 altogether, which is what we are looking for. So that was too big. So we went too big. So let's see if we can just take it down a little bit. Okay. This doesn't quite work because he doesn't have 8 more than him right here, right? So this ratio way that we would normally find it is not going to work. So this is not going to work. Instead, what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to figure out what 8 more is from 32. So let's take 32, which is our starting number, and let's subtract 8 from it. If we subtract 8 from it, we're going to get 20, I believe it's 24. Yes, 24, okay? Now, we have 24 shrimp, okay? That's the 8 more than that Sammy brought, right? So Sammy brought those 8 more. Well, now they should have the equal amount of shrimp of 24. Well, if they have 24 together, both of them, and we split it in half because there's 2 of them, we give Sammy 12, and we give Caden 12. Well, then 12 plus 12 is equal to that 24, right? So that would be 24. And then we take this 8 that we took out and we give that to Sammy. So now 8 plus 12 is 20. So we can say that Sammy has 20 and Caden has 12. Okay. Altogether, if we add those up, it should equal 32. And 20 plus 12 is 32. So we can say Sammy has 20 and Caden has 12. Let's see if it fits that condition. Sammy brought 8 more shrimp than Caden. So it's 28 more than 12. It is indeed. So we can say that we have now solved that problem. Now it says, what is the ratio of shrimp Sammy brought to the number of shrimp Caden brought? Well, we originally thought it was 8 to 1, but actually it's just going to be this right here. It's 20 to 12. And notice I'm putting it in this order because it said Sammy first, okay? So Sammy and Caden. Like always, we've got to label the top. Now it says express the number of shrimp Sammy brought as a fraction of the number of shrimp that Caden brought. So as a fraction, we're just going to take it and flip it on its side. 20 over 12 because Sammy was first. So he's on top. What is the ratio of shrimp Sammy brought to the total number of shrimp? Well, how many did Sammy bring? 20. And what's the total number? 32. So that's very simple. And then what's the fraction of total shrimp total shrimp did Sammy bring? What fraction of the shrimp did he bring? Well, he brought 20 out of 32. Okay, so it's just a lot of figuring it out and then flipping it and flipping it. The hardest part is going to be this part right here where you actually solve it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go solve exercise 2. You're going to go solve, that's still 2, okay? And the problem set. So now that's what you're doing on your own for lesson 7. All right, sounds good. Adios.